Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Triple H Show. My name is Jo Stutzman, and I am one of the leaders in Hope, Health, and Harmony, which was created by Katrina Jones, my friend and business partner, who is on with us tonight. And the purpose of this call, we do this every month, and it is to support our clients with useful information that you can use the oils and products. I had this all written down. Okay. Bear with me a little bit. So our goal is to help you get the most out of your membership by sharing ways that we've found to use the oils and products. And tonight we're specifically talking about some Christmas DIYs, which is always super fun to learn how other people are using the oils to create useful gifts that really are really inexpensive, but is a really great way to share oils with someone and just to show some love. So we're also going to be talking about frankincense because it's a free product this month, and we'll tell you how to get that. And also about myrrh because it is Christmas month. So Katrina is a wealth of information on that. So she's going to be sharing with us on frankincense and myrrh. So if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. And this is recorded, so you'll be able to go back and rewatch it. And also share it with your friends if you have somebody that would like to watch it also. For those of you that are regulars, welcome back. We are so happy to have you. So we are going to just get right into it. Grab a pen and paper if you want to take notes, but like I said, this is recorded, so you'll be able to go back and find the parts that really interest you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I want to shout out to Michelle Hoy for giving us this amazing PowerPoint. Can everyone see my screen okay?
Yes, seeing the screen.
Okay, awesome. Kind of started you at the end. I need to go back to the beginning. So Michelle is one of my team members and also one of my business partners, and she usually co-hosts with me. She had a thing with the kiddos tonight, and so she couldn't be on, but she created this awesome PowerPoint for us and also shared some DIYs. So really excited to get to that. So our product of the month this month is Holiday Joy, a 5 ml of the Holiday Joy with a snowman oil topper. This is so cute, and I love this. It fits on a 5 or a 15 ml.
Such a cute idea.
It is. It's super cute. And the way that you can get this is if you place a 125 PV order by the 15th. They will automatically add it to your order. You don't need to do anything extra. So the Holiday Joy is one of my favorite ones. Mm-hmm. And it's also, some people think, well, just for smelling good. No, it's not. It has a lot of great immune support. Right. So the oils in that blend are fantastic.
I've definitely used it in a pinch. When I was out of On Guard, I've used Holiday Joy. It's got those hot and spicy good winter oils, and those are awesome immune boosting oils. So
yes, they are. And you can even mix it with the Holiday Peace if you want to. The Peace is more of a fir blend, but they do smell good mixed together in the diffuser.
You know, just another cute idea. I hadn't thought about this till we were just looking at this picture, but this is a great DIY you could try to make too. The super crafty people could, I mean, we've got all these empty oil bottles. Why not take them and make some cute little toppers like that and make them into ornaments? I mean, that'd be a really cute DIY and a way to recycle bottles as well. A fun project with kids. Yeah, that'd be a cute idea.
Yeah, it would. Fantastic. Okay, and the 10% off this month, every month, doTERRA offers a 10% off product, and this month it is Arbor Vitae.
Yay.
Not a super popular one that you hear a lot about, so I do want to talk just a little bit about that, and I'm sure that Katrina has some things to add, and maybe even Judy has some things that she wants to add on that.
Judy
It
knows
was one of our BOGOs a while back. One of the things that was offered with the BOGOs. So the first thing I usually think of for Arbor Vitae, and I know it's really great for the immune system too, but the first thing I usually think of is that it repels insects. So the Arbor Vitae tree can grow for like 600 years and then some. And the reason is because insects can't destroy it. It's like termites and things like that. It is also good for cleaning. You can add it to water in a spray bottle for a quick DIY cleaner. Apply it to your wrists and ankles while hiking to help repel those insects. It is really strong smelling, so because it is a woody one, the scent stays for quite a while. I can put this on my wrists and it lasts all day long. So it's also, I would say it's grounding, right, Katrina? Because it is a wood.
Oh, definitely, because it's a tree oil. So
tree
any
oil.
oils are going to be very stabilizing to our emotional system. I love, and I know Judy's thinking this, even if she can't say it, and that is that it comes from a tree called the Tree of Life in the Pacific Northwest. Indian, there's a specific Indian tribe that guard this, tree, and so doTERRA has very exclusive rights to this because of their relationship with this group, and I love that. And then its emotional name is the oil of divine grace. So I just love that, and it is a super gentle oil, so it's beautiful to use for children, the elderly, and like you said, for immune support. I've always thought of it as it's kind of a sweet woody. So I've always called it, in my own little name, is bubblegum wood. It has like this woody, but it's got that little bit of bubblegum kind of sweetness to it that kind of smells it. I just love it. I get real cravings for this oil. I love this oil.
I think it smells like leather for some reason. I've always thought that it smelled.
Smell that. Isn't that funny? All of our body systems are different, because I definitely feel, I smell that sweetness in it. So I don't smell a leathery smell, but we're all different. So
Yep. So it's also a natural wood preservative, obviously, and polish. So you can use it for a furniture polish. It's a great replacement for that pledge.
yeah.
You can add a little bit of lemon to Arbor Vitae with a little bit of olive oil, or I've had some people just used it straight up for a wood polish.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful oil.
Is there anything else you wanted to say on that?
I can't think of anything. Like I said, the main thing I grab it for is immune support. I've used it a ton for immune support, or just because I'm just sometimes, I teach a lot about going by our intuition and what we're drawn to. And there are just sometimes I am extremely drawn to this oil. And I don't know if it's because it is the oil of divine grace or if it's the immune part, but I'm just sometimes so drawn to this oil. It's great.
It is definitely.
It's great for fungally stuff too. So if you have skin fungally stuff, I mean, the very nature of that tree being like, with such, like you said, the life of this tree is so long, and it withstands all the funguses and all of the bugs and all of that stuff. So it makes it, those properties are within that oil and can help us. So great oil for all that.
Yes, it is. And it's native to North America, primarily Canada and the northwestern United States. So just a little bit of more information for you.
As much fun as we have doing these product education webinars, I challenge you guys to not just take what we're sharing with you, you know, we've learned this because we got on Google and we did our homework. And you can learn it too. So there's nothing that we know that you can't know for yourself, you know, and that's what we want to really encourage you to do. Is this is just meant to kind of pique your curiosity, but don't rely on us. Take it that next step and empower yourself, you know, because there's a lot of cool stuff we could say about these, but really what you dig and learn for yourself is going to be what sticks with you for the long haul.
Yep. And if you want all the information, you can just order the PIP binder from doTERRA. It's $14. It has all the products with the fact sheets, information sheets. And it's under, I think it's under special items or, yeah, one of those in your back office.
There's a great video, a co-impact sourcing video. You can Google doTERRA Arborvitae video and it should come up. And there's just a beautiful, it really gives the background story of what I'm talking about that you'll really feel.
Okay, so it is frankincense month. Woohoo! So how do you get a free frankincense? Well, you place a 200 PV order anytime throughout the month. It doesn't have to be the 1st through the 15th, and they will throw in a free frankincense. Again, you don't have to do anything extra. It's just added to your order if it's 200 PV. And I love that they've changed some things now. So, you know, if you're at 195 PV, there will be a little thing that pops up back there in your cart or by your cart that says, are you sure that you don't want to add 5 more PV and get this for free?
Yeah,
so they kind of coach you through that. So this is good for retail orders, enrollment orders, LRP orders. Any order that's 200 PV or more receives a free frankincense. And Laura, I listened to her call and she said they're not limiting it. Usually they limit you to 4 orders per month. They're not limiting you this month.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
I was shocked to hear that because, you know, the frankincense trees are supposed to take a break in 2019. So doTERRA is apparently really stocked up.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Very good to know. There was, I had a thought and it just escaped me. Something about frankincense. Maybe it'll pop into my brain in a moment.
Okay. Well, you're up next to tell us about frankincense.
Oh, I love talking about frankincense because, you know, our story is, and I'm not going to go into the story, but frankincense was our entry oil because of our youngest son, Sam, and neurological issues, brain issues that he had and we continue to deal with. And so frankincense holds a very special place in my heart. And, you know, just kind of a side note, as far as the 200 PV goes, you know, the first year I was in doTERRA, I was not a builder. I was just barely a sharer. But I managed to get 4 free ones because I had so many people around me that wanted to order around this time of year. And so it doesn't have to be all your money. Be creative here. If you want to get some free frankincense, you can surely do that. And I am not a go-getter, if you will. You know, it just worked out. I just remember being how excited I was that year that I got 4 free frankincenses. That was pretty cool. But, you know, frankincense is known as the king of all oils. It's a very versatile oil. When in doubt, we say pull frankincense out. So if you're new to oils and you're like, in a panic, you don't know what to pull out, you really can't go wrong with frankincense. So just always remember that. And, you know, I'm going to share with you some really cool stuff about it. But if you don't remember anything, remember it's gentle, it's versatile. You can grab it and use it for just about any issue you're dealing with. And it can go with any other oil as well. But so a couple of the biggest things that stand out to me, obviously we were drawn to frankincense because of the neurological benefits. So it is a neurotonic. And if you do any research on frankincense at all, the 3 big things that are going to come up are going to be the neurological and how calming it is to the nervous system. So the ability for it to improve mood, the emotional part, depression, anxiety, because it helps really balance things out. It's very grounding. And as a result of that, can really have this good side effect is that it can affect your blood pressure in a good way, help balance it out, because a lot of our blood pressures often are high because we're under high stress or we're dealing with high emotional conditions. So when we can balance that out, we'll see kind of a domino effect in the blood pressure area. It's also another big one. There's a ton of research. A lot of it is still, it's kind of midway through. We can't call it new research anymore. They're midway through, but there's so much research with frankincense and different type of cancer cells. And they're having incredible findings with that. They're still kind of in process of actually that. Most of that's been in a laboratory, but now they're really moving towards more human cells, and then even in human issues. In fact, I know next year doTERRA is looking forward to getting to share some of that research with us. That's very cutting edge. So really how it affects our cells is huge. It really helps with the process called apoptosis, which is encouraging cell death, which we want cell death. We don't want unhealthy cells reproducing. But the super cool thing is with frankincense and with essential oils in particular, they have a natural intellect. They're very intelligent. They can differentiate healthy cells from unhealthy cells. And we know that one of the biggest issues with some of our medications or treatments for some of these illnesses and diseases is that they, our medicines don't differentiate cells. They go in like a machine gun and harm everything. They're very effective at killing cells, but they kill everything, good and bad. Essential oils and frankincense in relation to this is able to just target, and they can't even completely figure out why or how it works, but somehow it is able to differentiate healthy cells and just target the unhealthy cells. So it encourages apoptosis and that cell death in your cells, which is really important. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory. It actually helps really boost and strengthen your immune system. Spiritually, it's called the oil of truth. And I love really focusing on the emotional aspects of any oil, because most of our physical issues the root causes have to do with emotional issues. We definitely are very emotional beings. And so looking at that is super important. So if you look at contrasting frankincense and myrrh as the father oil, so think of frankincense with the F, father, the father oil, and myrrh as the mother oil, M. It's easy to remember it that way. And so when you're talking about father issues maybe that people have had in their childhood, or maybe still continue to have unresolved father issues, as you're wanting to work through that, frankincense can help you, can help support that individual in doing that. It also helps them feel very connected to the Heavenly Father. And that's why we see it throughout history, and especially in the Middle East was used in all of their religious ceremonies, because they believed that it connected them deeply to the Creator. And so I just think that's a beautiful part of what frankincense is, the oil of truth, meaning that it helps unmask maybe lies that, or, we talk about maybe scales that are over the eyes. It helps lift the scales so that we can see truth, helps us walk in truth in whatever that way. So that's something super, super cool about frankincense. Of course, it helps digestion and can support uterine health and respiratory. We think of the skin issues, specifically wound healing. So that's why we love it in our Aoi blend. Any kind of wound blend that you make is probably going to have frankincense in it because of its ability to heal our wounds. So if anybody has any cool stories about frankincense, I think stories are super powerful, but that's the cool stuff that I love sharing about it.
I wish I forgot about putting that slide up here when John hurt his shin. That would have been a really good thing.
Yes. Such a great oil.
We'll come back to that. I'll let you talk about myrrh.
Okay. Okay. Well, just in contrasting it, like I said, the father oil and then myrrh, the mother oil. And it's really interesting because while the emotional name of it is the mother oil, if you do any research with it, it's interesting that it really helps with hormonal balance. So you think of women, not that men don't have hormonal issues, but they predominantly tend to be with women. So you tend to think of myrrh. We think of Queen Esther and the beautification processes. So myrrh right there kind of reveals to us its ability to help our skin and our, um, just all, I guess you could say the externals, but it was very popular back in the ancient days to help. There was a beauty treatment. In fact, it was a beauty treatment of queens, which I think is so cool because here we have the king of all oils, and then myrrh was the oil that Esther, who was preparing to go into the king, bathed in myrrh for 6 months. Okay, and here we have in our day and age the precious treasure of getting to have these. So let that just like speak of your value as you use them. But being the mother oil, just like frankincense has this ability to help connect us to the Heavenly Father. But if there's earthly mother issues, myrrh can help assist the individual in healing from those feelings. In fact, I think it's interesting too that it could be attachment issues. If there was birth trauma with the child, even anciently, when a child was born, they would inoculate that child and the mother with myrrh. It's also a wound healer, so it would help heal up the umbilical cord when it was cut. But it helps you feel that nurturing presence again. And maybe, for people who have dealt with mother issues in their life, they have a hard time feeling that nurturing feeling towards maybe their children or even in their life. And so, working with myrrh emotionally can be a really powerful oil to help bring about healing. And, often when we have any issues with parents as a child, it kind of brings about weird fears in our life as adults. And so working through those and finding healing those areas can help kind of release us from some of those fears and allow us to connect with others. But we call it like the liquid Band-Aid. And again, it's very powerful. A lot of research being done with myrrh as well in relation to cancer, still in research mode, but specifically to the brain aromatically. Oral care is the big one I think of because I've always, at least in the last 5-6 years, I've dealt with mouth issues. And I love our mouthwash because it has myrrh, but I add an extra couple drops to it. And I've added a couple extra drops of clove. And it has just helped my gums and the sensitivity and just everything. I just feel like my mouth feels so clean and so healthy. Great for bronchitis, digestion, immune support again. So great combination with frankincense you can use. I just feel so special when I have myrrh.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love using it in my face cream. And I use it in my oil pulling too.
Yeah.
It's really good for oral care.
And I didn't know that for years. You tend to think of clove. We know of clove being great for the mouth. And of course, like cinnamons and stuff like that. But I had no idea until probably about 2 years ago how powerful myrrh was for the mouth. So.
Well, and another one we don't usually think of, but it's in the sinus balm because it helps with congestion. So we don't usually think of using it for respiratory support either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one for that. Thank you, Katrina. Always love listening to all the wonderful information you have on
You've
those.
probably heard it all before. You're like, here she goes.
It never gets old. I love these two oils.
Yeah, they are special. And I do love this time of year that, I think about all the years that I grew up learning about, the Christmas story and, you hear frankincense, gold frankincense and myrrh, but they mean nothing you know, they really have no meaning to you until I began to learn about essential oils and then discovered like frankincense is really a thing and myrrh is really a thing and you can have it. And I just remember the first year that I had frankincense, I remember putting it on Sammy and I told him, I said, you know, this is the same oil that was, you know, given to Jesus and I'm putting it on you. You know, how precious is that, you know? So I just think sometimes we take these things for granted. And I just love this time of year where we really focus on them and remember how precious these were. And still are to us, and what a privilege it is now that we can have these globally.
Yes, for sure. Amen to that. Okay, so in case you haven't stayed up to date on all things doTERRA, they released a new deodorant called Beautiful. It has the Beautiful Captivating blend in it. It is amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Such a great gift. I believe it's the same price as the Balance, so $5.75. Is that right? I believe that's right. So
Okay.
a great stocking stuffer. It is a limited time offer. I don't know how long it will be available. They did just open it up. You could only get 2 initially when they released it. Now you can get 4
Okay.
on your order. So if
And I
you
think
have,
what a cool way to put together a Christmas basket with the beautiful oil spray and they have matching deodorant with it, you know? Oh, so cool.
yeah, for sure. What an awesome gift. I would love to have that gift. And I have both of them, but they are just
Just need to
they,
package them up in a basket and give it to yourself.
yeah, that would work. So, like I said, it's available now. Get yours before they run out. Add it to that 200 PV order so you get your free frankincense. And if you do it before the 15th, you also get your free holiday joy and snowman topper. So, all kinds of good stuff. Which reminds me that I promised to give one of these away this evening. So, in order to be entered into this drawing, you need to be on my team and contribute a DIY. So, I have Michelle Boy.
Yay, Michelle. She's not on here, but yay.
She's not on here. She had a thing with the kiddos, but she really wanted to be, and I know she's going to watch the recording. So, congratulations, Michelle.
Yay.
All right, moving on. I know that everybody is probably really wanting to know what we are doing with the DIY stuff. So, we have a lot of stuff for you. So, room spray is a super easy, quick, inexpensive gift to give someone. And I love, it's not just a room spray. You can keep one in your vehicle unless you live in the Midwest or the Northwest where it's really cold. Then you probably don't want to do that. But it can be a room spray, it could be a vehicle spray, it could be, you could throw it in your gym bag, because a lot of these have immune boosting oils in them, the recipes that we're going to share. And so you can use it like for a hand sanitizer when you're at the gym or whatever, to spray things down if you wanted to. This one here has Protective Blend, On Guard, and Cardamom. So respiratory and immune boosting oils. And we're going to kind of tell you how you can make that. It just depends on what size. You can use either a 2 or a 4 ounce glass spray bottle. And here are 12 sprays of Christmas. So if you wanted to gift this, put it in somebody's stocking, it would be a really great gift. And these are all the recipes here are calling for distilled water. You don't necessarily have to have distilled, okay? Tap water is fine.
And I actually make some sprays too that I use vodka in, like a very high quality vodka that doesn't have that alcoholic smell. So if you're looking to make more of a that's just another way to make a room spray or even a body spray or a linen spray. It seems like it causes the oils to really meld versus like the water, you're going to have to shake it each time. Both work fine, but just know that that's another option. I really enjoy doing that, kind of making a perfume blend or something like that. And it really, the, the, the oils really blend together in such a beautiful way so they don't feel separate when you're spraying them. Um, Obviously, you don't want to put that one in your mouth unless you like vodka, but
Well, yeah, I was gonna mention that too, that yes, vodka does help it to last longer, kind of help the scent to linger.
yeah.
But you don't need to use a whole bunch. You can use like a teaspoon, in a 2-ounce
Yeah.
spray bottle, and it'll do the trick. So, oh, nope, I need to go back because guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a giveaway.
Ooh, man, this is one giveaway after another.
So, whose name am I going to pull? Okay, what are we giving away? We are giving away, let's see. The first one is going to be this, if you can see it, a glass spray bottle. This is a 4-ounce. So, we're going to give you one of these along with the label of whatever recipe you pick. So pick a recipe off this 12 Sprays of Christmas. I'll give you a second if you want to do a quick screenshot. I guess I should pull a name so that person knows that they need to do that. Deanna.
Woo!
Congratulations, Deanna.
Anna.
So shoot me a message and tell me which of these recipes that you want, and I will put the sticker on this bottle, and that is my gift to you. And let's see. I have one more giveaway, but I'm gonna wait till the end. Okay. Make you stay on.
Like it's Christmas or something.
I know, right? Okay, Vapor Rub. This is one of my all-time favorites. I love this recipe because it's super simple. It is easy. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, and it is so, so good. My dad is a diehard Vicks man, okay? And we all know that Vicks has petroleum and it's not good for you, and there's better alternatives. I made this and he liked this. So if anybody can't see the screen, if you're joining us by phone, I'll read it really quick. It's Vapor Rub, and so it takes olive oil, beeswax, eucalyptus essential oil, rosemary, and lavender. And that's it. You combine the olive oil and beeswax in a saucepan until it's melted. Till the beeswax is melted, you turn off the heat and you stir in your essential oils. And you pour it into little tiny jars. I like the 4-ounce jars, or even you can even do smaller ones than that and make a nice travel size. And it's smooth. It's really silky. It's not gooey like the store-bought brands. You can always, add or subtract the drops used for each oil to your liking. We're all different, and if you're making it for the kiddos, maybe you want to dial it back a little bit. Just play with it. It's very there's not a hard and fast recipe here with the amount of drops, so it's awesome for gifts. I love giving that one. Bath bombs. Michelle is the queen of bath bombs. She makes amazing ones. She said she was going to share some secrets with us, and I'm not sure what those secrets are. Maybe it's the let dry for 30 minutes or until they are firm and do not fall apart. But again, this is a really easy, the biggest thing would be the mold, buying the mold. I just got some off of Bulk Apothecary. It's actually a bath bomb mold. And it just takes baking soda, citric acid, and 10 to 20 drops of the essential oil of choice. I know Michelle uses a couple different ones because she has like a Zen blend and some things like that. She uses passion in one of them. That's really good. Citrus Bliss is a nice one to use. If you're looking more for respiratory, you could use eucalyptus or breathe. I would probably do the eucalyptus with a little bit of lavender kind of to offset that. And you can throw in some natural food coloring if you want. She uses colored sugars because it's easier and it just makes it really simple to use. So shower melts is another one. Again, this is really simple. It takes cornstarch, water, lavender, and an ice cube tray. And I like these. It's nice to just throw one in the shower. I really love using the Breathe for this one because you throw it in your shower when you before you jump in, and you kind of put it towards the back so that it doesn't all dissolve right away down the drain, and you get that nice aroma as you're showering, and it helps just kind of clear everything up. Bath salts. This is something that I'm doing this year. It's so much fun. I love simple and easy and quick. Okay. I like to take a lot of time doing things like baking and things like that, but the truth is that when it comes down to it, I usually don't have a ton of time to spend, and so I'm always looking for something that is fun and easy and serves a really good purpose. So these are really cool, and people love these. Again, you don't have to use food coloring. I did. I watched a video that Jen Fry did, and she said, when she was making these, she said, you can use natural food color, but if you just have the regular, it's fine. You're not putting that much in that it's really going to, affect your body. Yeah. The only natural food color that I have is like it's a powder form, and I'm afraid that it would stain the bathtub, so I didn't want to use that. So I just used what I had, and you only need about 6 drops, maybe. Just depends on how vivid you want the color to be. And so you do 3 to 6 drops of desired oil. I used Citrus Bliss for the orange one and lavender for the blue one. To 1 cup of Epsom salt. And if you have different size ornaments, obviously it's going to take a different amount of salt, but I found that 1 cup was about right for these. And you can just divide it and color whatever. I layered these, so I have some white and orange in the one and white and blue in the other. It's best if you use a funnel to fill the ornament, because then you don't have salt all over the place. And you can purchase the ornaments at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, or probably any other craft store. So I'm going to combine this with a bath bomb for a little gift to give away. And Katrina, I think you contributed this last year, the perfume recipe. Katrina got super into the perfumes last year. Yeah. So she kind of already told you her secret with the vodka, and you do want to use a high quality. You don't just want the cheapest thing you can find, because you don't want that alcohol-y smell.
Right. And you want your oils to melt properly, and if it's a inferior quality, there's some recipes that say you can use witch hazel or like rubbing alcohol. First of all, they smell really bad, so they're going to change the smell of your oils. Number 2, I did a lot of research on this last year, and this lady did a comparison with all of the different things so you could see what happened with the oils in each one. And they just don't dissolve and meld into the others as well as it does a high quality vodka. And so I just go for it. Made my husband go get me some alcohol a couple weeks ago. Sent him a text at work and said, hey, can you stop the booze store? He's never been in a liquor store in his life. He's like, what? He did it for me, though. It was pretty funny.
And we're not saying you have to go buy Grey Goose, okay? We're not talking that hot top shelf. All right.
No, the bottle I got was $29. And I'm gonna use that. I only use 2 ounces at a time, so there's plenty in there to do a lot.
Yeah, it lasts for a long time.
Yeah.
And if you really want some exact ways to do this, I mean, that we're giving you pretty detailed here on how to do it. But doTERRA had their living magazine that comes out every quarter. The one last year, and I believe it would have been the winter one, the winter edition, so winter 2017. If you want to look it up, you can go get it online for free. You can order them for like $1 a piece. So they had
and get a digital copy too. Just Google, doTERRA magazine, whatever issue you want. And if you didn't know this, there's also an app that has nothing but doTERRA magazines and all archives of them. So if apps are your thing, it's there.
Yep, I've got that one. It's nice. So that will tell you, they had a whole section in there on how to blend and everything. So for anyone that's on the phone, there's there's not an exact, you're not going to do it wrong. Okay. It's just, you're going to get a different scent if you mix it differently, if that makes sense. So you want to do the top notes, there's 3 drops, middle note 2 drops, and base notes 1 drop. And that catalog tells you what oils fall into those categories if you don't know.
But half the fun, I think, if you have a creative side with the oils is, maybe somebody doesn't know what top notes, all that stuff. You can Google it and you'll find it out. It's not that complicated. It's just the oils that are heavier or lighter and blending them together. But just take what you're drawn to and have some fun with it, but write down what you did, because I'm terrible about not writing it down. And then I can never recreate that recipe again. So write it down.
Yes. Write it down.
Write it down.
John created a perfume, or a cologne for John, and I know it has sandalwood and I think frankincense and Siberian fir and a couple other. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. He's actually had other men ask him for the recipe. Like, what do you wear?
That recipe.
So yeah, it's fun to kind of play around. And also, I wanted to say this too: if you have the Essential Life book, there's a whole section in there towards the back. Yeah, about how to blend and mix and top notes and all that.
And if you don't have it, you need to get it so that
Yes.
you have a good reference book on hand and you're learning how to use all these things.
Yep. So here are a couple recipes for you. We have Urban, which is bergamot, sandalwood, and frankincense. We have Secret, which is bergamot, ylang ylang, and patchouli. And Rebel, which is lime, fennel, and patchouli. So again, this is recorded, so if you need to go back and get these recipes, you can do that, or you can take a screenshot of it now. And then I threw in some other gift ideas too. So here's some stocking stuffers. All these are under $25. It really kind of amazes me how much stuff doTERRA has for less than 25 bucks.
Yeah.
So a lot of different gift options there too. The On Guard sanitizing spray, I just love having that on hand because it makes a great last minute gift. Everybody knows how to use a sanitizing spray, okay?
Right.
Not a lot of education that goes along with that. So if you're trying to introduce somebody, one of my clients, one of my latest ones this year, that's how I got her interested, was I used this. She was working at Sam's Club and she saw me spray my shopping cart handle with the On Guard, and she was close enough to smell it and she loved it. So that just initiated a whole conversation that led to her using a lot of different things. So it's a really cool way to introduce people. Okay, so just to recap, I'm going to wrap this up and then we're going to open it up for any questions or if anybody has anything to share. So any and all orders of 200 PB placed in December receive a free frankincense. This includes enrollment and retail orders. The Beautiful deodorant is now available, limited time offer, limit 4. The Arbor Vitae is 10% off. Product of the month is the 5 ml of Holiday Joy and the Snowman Topper. If you are on this call and you do not have a doTERRA membership, you can save 25% with a wholesale membership, plus receive free products on monthly orders. So talk to whoever invited you to this and ask them how that you can go about that. And some additional resources that we have for you. Help with Essential Oils is my Facebook group. For my team members, Hope, Health, and Harmony is the big Facebook group for all of us. And then Your Essential Stories is on Instagram. That's Katrina and Shelby's group. Do you have a Facebook also, Katrina? She probably muted herself now. I can't see anybody because I...
Okay, what was your question, honey? I had to step away for just a second.
Your Essential Stories, are you on Facebook or just on Instagram?
We're on both, so you can
Okay.
find us in Your Essential Stories or on Facebook, and we will be doing our Wellness Wednesday live tomorrow, where we'll be sharing our stories tomorrow.
Okay, awesome.
And that's at noon Central Standard Time.
Okay. And that will be posted in Hope, Health, and Harmony.
Yes, and we have a podcast that'll be turned into a podcast and then posted on Friday as well.
Okay, perfect. I want to thank everyone for attending. We have our next call in January 8th at the same time, 7:30. We also have, for anyone who is interested in sharing, learning how to share, and getting paid to share the oils, our builder call is going to be next Tuesday, the 18th at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we have one more giveaway. Where is everybody? I got to get you all back so I can see ya. Okay, here we are. All right. So let me stop share because you probably can't see it anyway. And our last giveaway is going to be a laminated sheet of all the recipes of the 12 Sprays of Christmas and stickers to go with it because you gotta have labels, right?
Yes.
So, do we have some more people that jumped on?
You've got John, Deanna, Bianca.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I included everybody. All right. So I'm doing this the old-fashioned way because
I think it needs to be Bianca.
you do.
I do. I vote Bianca.
Well, look at that.
Is it Bianca?
It's Bianca.
Woo! See, I got magic powers.
Yes, magic powers. Mind powers.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you.
You're
We'll
welcome.
hand deliver that to you, Bianca.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right, I am going to stop this recording. I want to say thank you again to everyone who jumped on tonight. It's been awesome.